Okay, so this is the transmission cable. This goes from the gearbox, disappears somewhere down there. You can see the black cord right here that goes down. And what this does is this connects to this little I can't, this little stud, I guess is the best way to call it, which actually ends up going over to your shifter. And you know, as you shift, obviously I don't know if I'll be able to get it all on film, but as you shift, you know, here I'm gonna hold on, put my foot on the brake. As you shift from, this is in park right now, even though technically there's no gears engaged, you move it into neutral. This is actually reverse, but so park, it's reverse. Neutral throws it back even further, you know, all your gears and bits and everything. And what this is actually supposed to do is this hole right here sits on this stud, you know, this is what's broken. So easiest way to fix this is you don't have to take apart your entire dash. You just take off the center console, which has, if I remember right, I got 4, and all of these are just size or a 10mm bolt. There's some different lengths. I got about 10 different bolts. You have one that goes here. You have one on this side. You will have to take your glove box out. That's not too hard. One down here. You have one that bolts to here, one that bolts to that hole, and you actually have 2 that bolt all the way down here. There's 2 separate holes. I have no idea why. But you take that out, you'll get direct access to this, and the easiest way to do it, for some reason when Toyota was manufacturing these, they decided to use a plastic gasket. Obviously it's not going to work too well. A C-clip or some other sort of, you know, durable metal piece or gasket that you can find to get on there and have it stick is going to be your best solution. So if for whatever reason I decide to put this on YouTube, I have it right here. This is the easiest fix, guys. It took me 30 minutes to do it. I'm doing this on my mom's 2008 Toyota Seinna. But this will work for most of the older Toyotas. I can say that with certainty. I am a Toyota Tech trainee. I've been working on Toyotas for about half a year now. I've been in a program sponsored by Toyota themselves, and I've actually been promoted to work at Lexus, actually. But this right here, for all the people who are curious, need to know, you know, well, why is my transmission suddenly not working? If you can, all it took me was a flathead, any size will work really, a Phillips. I just needed a slightly smaller one for an obscure bolt, and I used an impact with a 10 millimeter on it. You're more than welcome just to, you know, use a good old hand ratchet. It'll achieve the same thing. They're not on there tight. But those tools, and you know, 15-20 minutes of time. You don't need to disconnect the battery. I mean, I'm sitting in here right now with the car on. I have the parking brake engaged, but it's 105 outside, so I have the AC going. But yeah, so a 10 millimeter socket, a ratchet or a small impact, a flathead, and a Phillips screwdriver, and you can do this. I mean, what I'm going to use, probably not, you know, the Toyota way, I'll admit, is just these little snap rings that I have. I bought these a year or so ago to work on a bicycle when I was replacing that, and it works fantastic. I'm going to see if I can get the same thing to happen now, and I'll let you know how it goes. But for now, that's the easiest way to do it. It seriously, I just got home from work half an hour ago, and I already have the thing apart ready to go back in. So I will resume the video once I get the snap ring on, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. Okay, hey, I'm back. So I didn't do anything special. I put just a small C-clip in, nothing good right now, just to see if this actually was the problem itself. I will be putting an actual metal washer in, and then on top of that a C-clip that fits better. However, this is fixing the issue, so I managed to successfully shift this into park. When I apply the brake, obviously the shift, if it doesn't brake on me, I now got a reverse gear, neutral, drive, fourth gear, third gear, and if I can get down there, low gear in second. So this is a super easy fix. Like I said, took me, you know, about a half an hour to take apart, about 5 to put in this little clamp. I'm actually about to go get a washer here in a second. But this is by far the easiest way to fix this. You know, it will save you, God, anywhere from $500 to $2,000, you know, for however much they're, you know, a transmission shop's gonna try to charge you. But, you know, go to your local store, you know, your auto parts store, so O'Reilly's, AutoZone, you know, Napa, whatever you guys use. And just get like just one of these simple little C-clamps. The size I ended up using was the M8. I'm probably gonna go to the M10. It's a slightly bigger. I'll be able to fit a washer under it. But there is no reason for you guys, if you're having this problem, remember, these are your symptoms, you know. So what happened was my mom was driving, she put it in park and went to reverse, and when she went to try to get out of reverse and to drive, it hit neutral and didn't want to come off. So before you do anything, you know, definitely call a tow truck, you know, try to get to a safe area, you know, before you attempt to do this yourself. Just make sure you have a few parts. You should be good. I mean, I got it shifting again, and that means it's driving. So good luck, everybody, and that is how you fix an 08 Sienna that will not shift. Okay, hey everybody. So I've gotten the car back together completely. I took it on a quick little test drive. It's just a habit I got into working. And as you can see here, I can put it from park into reverse, and as proof, I am backing up. I got no hand on the wheel, by the way. Probably not a good idea. Coming back down, I can throw it back into neutral, and I just sit here. Nothing's happened, obviously. When I throw it into drive, you know, take my foot off the brake. As you can see, I start moving forward. So basically, the thing from here is, when Toyota decided they were going to start moving from metal to plastic to, you know, make everything lighter, cheaper, you know, just, you know, economy-based production, plastic parts will be plastic parts. They're going to break, they're going to wear out over time. But really, on all the older models, from what I've seen, it's anywhere from the 02s to the 09s to Siennas, the Corollas, some of the Camrys. If your transmission goes out, I would highly recommend that the first thing you do is take a look behind this panel here and see if that transmission cable that I showed earlier is connected. Because if it's not, well, there's your issue right there. You know, you don't have worn out gears. You know, you most likely don't have an electrical problem. Always check there first, because it'll be easy. Because we've had this van, we bought it obviously used. We haven't had it, we bought it back in 11, I think. It only has 116,000 miles. Most transmissions will last you, well, Toyotas, if you don't abuse them, will last anywhere from about 115 to 130 before you really need to start working on them. And we've had this transmission go out completely twice. It's been rebuilt twice. We've had an electrical problem, and now this gasket down here has gone out twice. So I just did, I'd say, a little over an hour's worth of work. Maybe spent $10 on some parts, and overall, an hour and a half, $10 compared to, 2 weeks and, upwards to $2,000. I think that's, amazing. We just saved ourselves, and hopefully whoever sees this video, so much time and money by just such a simple fix. And it really is simple. You don't need a lot of mechanical skill to do this. I really, it is a super simple thing. And I'm always happy to answer any questions in the comments. If you guys do decide to leave any, that's perfectly fine. I'm just really doing this to put this out there for the people who, are less mechanically inclined and, are maybe on, tight on money, need to know some tricks of the trade to get them back on the road again. So, thank you for watching. This was just me showing you guys how to fix the transmission cable that connects from the transmission to the shifter knob right here on a 2008 Toyota Seinna. These will work on most of the older model Toyotas as well. The older models that these will work on include the Siennas, the Corollas, some of the Camrys. I have yet to see if they work on the Sequoias. I will assume that they do. It's fairly similar to the Siennas. But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope I was able to help you. So, thank you. Have a good one.